I had a question for Edward, and the question is, do you have change for $1?
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Actually, the question has to do with changing. When changing something, you said that when you speak the truth about something, it changes. Does that, when you say that, does that include the intent to change it as well? In other words, the seeing it, there's a care behind it to change that which is being spoken about.
No, I don't think I've ever said when you speak the truth about something, it changes it. When you speak the truth about it, it dies. The truth dies. Unless it's heard by someone else, and then it's that person speaks it new for themselves. But if it's repeated, I guess you could call that changing it to a belief from a truth. But it's not on purpose. No.
See, then I completely went the wrong direction with that, didn't I? What I heard you say was that,
you know, one of the things about asking a question, you ask a question a little like, well, let me set it up so that it's my way, and then
there's a camera on me. That's the
yeah, that could be. Remember, what's his name on the internet used to do that all the time? What's his name? Joel. He would say, well, since A equals B, what do you do when you get to B? And I say, well, Joel, A doesn't equal B, so you see, now he wants to set me up for the question and then ask a question so that it's him controlling the conversation. So when you speak a truth, that truth that you speak dies. It dies right there in front of you, and it becomes a lie. Now, if someone in the room, someone in the vicinity, you for instance, or anybody, happens to actually hear that truth, and it becomes their truth, they see it completely, then they can say that truth as well, and it's not repetitious. It's not repeating it.
So when something needs to have the truth spoken about it, is it frozen? And that the speaking of truth about it is the unfreezing and death of it?
Well, you could say that. You could say that. For instance, you've heard me say there's 6.5 billion robots on the planet. The fact that people are robots is, you could say, frozen in time or space. It's a truth. It's a universal truth. But it's just there. Someone has to see it. And if you see it and speak it, then it becomes then it comes to life. Then you see, oh, well, okay, that's why we kill each other, that's why we maim, that's why there's rapes and murders, because we're robots. But I don't know about this frozen. I think maybe you're thinking that when you believe something, if you believe it with such velocity or such ferociousness, that freezes it, and it becomes something that you say you know. So something that you know is actually what you would call I would call a frozen belief. In other words, it's so, you know it so well that you don't have to remember it. You just, like your name